went through boot camps in San Diego, and I wound up I went through aviation ordnance school. I wanted to be a tail gunner in a plane. And when I left boot camp, I seen on the list I was going to the USS Holland. I said, what the hell is this? Didn't know. I wound up on the Holland, a submarine tender, with all these little ships alongside. I looked down over the side. I'd never get on that. Within 3 months, I was on the submarine Swordfish. They give us 6 months to qualify because I had never been to submarine school. I didn't know the first thing about it. But we had to qualify. I qualified and made first-class seaman. But that was a big thing because I had to give you $54 a month plus $10 for submarine pay. Give us a whole sum of $64 a month. It was rich. So then we went to Vallejo for overhaul. And they sent me to fire control school in San Diego. Finished school, back to Pearl Harbor on a destroyer. Got right then and there, and I decided I never want to ride another destroyer because they're round bottom. You got to hold on. I got back to Pearl. My ship was in the Philippines on patrol. So they put me in the TAD, temporary attached duty to the ENR sub base. Well, that's when Pearl Harbor hit, I'll tell you. Long day. After Pearl Harbor, what we went through there for 2 hours, you know, what we went through for 2 hours at Pearl Harbor, you'll never forget.
I bet your life.
After Pearl Harbor in June, the Thresher come in, the USS Thresher submarine. And I'm anxious to get to sea. I'm a qualified submarine man sitting on a base repairing submarines. So I swapped with a guy. He was from New Hampshire, I think. I don't remember where he's from. He got married on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, and the submarine left for Pearl Harbor at 2 that afternoon. So he come over to see me. He said, "You're third class, I'm third class. You want to swap?" I could see no reason, so they okayed it. I went on the Thresher. I made 7 war patrols. I was wondering what was wrong with me to leave a good berth on the shore and go through what we went through. At the end, later at the end of the war, I was on several different ships. I was going back to Pearl Harbor on the Antibes, the submarine tender. So I knew my old skipper, Martin Milliken, was on the Escalar. I talked to the gunnery officer, and he said, "We'll get you aboard, but we got to get there." I got to Pearl, and Escalar had gone to sea 2 days before. 3 weeks later, we found out she went down, all hands. So I lucked out. Then I went to Guam on the Antibes. We repaired ships in the Guam Harbor. Every night about 9 o'clock, we'd be watching a movie, one on blue, he'd come over taking pictures. Break up the show, go down and get on the submarines, get them underway. So that was getting old. Come Christmas, that was my 5th Christmas in New Year's in the Pacific. And the Trigger come in, it must have been in February or March, another submarine. She was a sister ship to the one I was on, one of the T-boats. Her fire controlman was sick. They called me and said, "The Trigger wants to take you to sea." I said, "Okay, what the heck?" I went down and talked to the gunnery officer and the skipper, and they didn't like my attitude, I guess. They sent me back to the tender, and they sent down a first class by the name of Dunham. He took my place. 4 weeks later, she went down. So they told me I was a jinx. They woke me up after midnight on the tender, around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, said, "Get your bag together, 2 o'clock you're going to be on a plane for New London, Connecticut." I said, "Where the hell is that?" "You'll find out when you get there." Well, at Guam, it was only around 80, 90, 100 degrees all day long. Humid. So I got on that plane and we flew to Okinawa that next morning. We had breakfast there. And then from there we flew to Pearl Harbor. And we landed in Pearl. We had a band meet us. And these 6 sailors that got aboard in Guam, we come staggered off with our sea bag in tow. And the band was playing and cheering, and we come to find out it was for the 18 nurses that was on the same plane we were. They pushed us aside. Well, it was all right. Got to San Francisco, Sacramento. They flew us into Sacramento. They sent me to Mare Island. They give us tickets to New London, Connecticut. I wanted my seat bag. Well, that's already on the way to New London. I said, I'm in the whites. Well, live in the whites. This is February or March. It's cold. So I got on the train, 1 set of whites. I had underwear, and I had to shave and put in a little bag. I got off the train in New London, and it looked like I'd been cold behind it. So the shore patrol seen me, they come over, the 5 of us, they go, what the hell is wrong with you guys? They put us in the paddy wagon, took us to the base. Well, that was the biggest move I ever made in my life. Like I tell the girls, I tell my wife, I was free. I went through sick bay. I had to go to sick bay for 3 months. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, I had to go to report to sick bay. So I started going ashore. Met this pretty little French woman. And no, I guess you know, I thought she's the prettiest woman in the world. I married her, and I still think so. I was 64 years old.
That's it? That's it. And he's been here ever since.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history, as he would say.